Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Backbreaker Plays NFL, back at it again with another video. And I got the Battle of LA here. The LA Rams versus the LA Chargers. You already know what it is. So, again, I'm making the Backbreaker NFL 2026 roster on the PS3 only. So I'm just showcasing some gameplay for y'all so y'all can kind of see this. And I'm making it's not a regular update, guys. I'm making some making some pretty detailed changes here as far as the ratings, as far as the uniforms, the logos, as far as the stadium is concerned, as far as the end zone and everything. I don't know if I have time for that, but maybe later on I could probably do that. But that's probably the least of my concerns. The biggest things are the ratings and so forth. So it's kind of like sliders, but not really, because I'm playing on PS3. I can't adjust things like on Xbox. So I'm kind of just like going through and randomizing the ratings until they fit the team's kind of personality and top players, and kind of going from there. So more details on that. But one of the biggest changes, as you saw right there, you saw Davante Adams being the star player and Khalil Mack being the star player on the LA Chargers. So again, the star player is going to be someone either from the top 100 list or is a player that's very well known on the team that is pretty decently good as well. So jury's still on that, how, you know, if you're a fan of the LA Chargers, if Davante Adams probably deserves to be on that star list, but I kind of think he is. I mean, I would think it's a big deal that he's on the Rams, so just letting y'all know. Now, as far as the ratings go, so offense has been buffed considerably. So I mentioned this in the last video. And how does this affect things? Well, for kick returns especially, your kick returner is going to be pretty damn fast. So in the previous roster I made, in the Backbreaker 2024 roster, you know, most people had a pretty fast, or most teams had a pretty fast kick returner. Now all the teams are going to have a pretty fast kick returner, which makes sense. I mean, the fastest player on the team should be a kick returner, like ideally for the most part. So does it make sense to not to have like a person who's like 70 overall returning, you know, kick returning the ball? Just doesn't make a lot of sense. So yeah, that's kind of been addressed. So every team is gonna have a pretty fast kick returner. Now, as far as like the fastest kick returner, you know, I know Cavante Turpin on the Cowboys. You know, he's pretty fast. So I'm gonna try to see if I can do that for the PS3 roster. But again, it's because I have to it gets randomized when you're going through and increasing the ratings. And I have to kind of choose, kind of like almost like a slot machine. I gotta choose which one is like the best fit for the team. And if you make the roster on PS3, if you know for pre-patch. But that's kind of what I'm doing there. So you're seeing a little handoff right there and so forth. Now, another thing is offense is being buffed as far as wide receivers. So the wide receivers in this roster are going to be considerably better. Like, I think last year, look at that. Last year they were already pretty good, but now I've made a bigger focus on making sure that every team's wide receiver, you know, their main person is probably going to be in the upper 90s. Now, how high in the upper 90s, that depends. I still want to make it kind of accurate to like the NFL per se. So like Justin Jefferson right now, I think is currently in my current roster the best wide receiver in the roster right now, which makes sense. You know, he's also the star player on the Vikings as well. So ideally, most players will be pretty good. Tight ends are pretty good too, for the most part. So you shouldn't worry about the ball being dropped a ton of times. The good thing is, the reason why I did this is because, again, you can have a lot less drop passes. I think that's a big issue in pre-patch. You have a lot of drop passes by wide receivers. Or a lot of tip passes that lead into interceptions. In addition to that, you're just going to have overall just wide receivers being able to track the ball better from that standpoint. And then, of course, they're going to be able to get into their routes a lot faster, which allows you to get the ball out faster. So, you know, with the wide receivers, if they're too slow, they just really can't get into their routes fast enough before you can actually throw it to them, especially pre-patch. So by allowing the wide receivers to be a lot faster, they can actually get into the routes quicker if you have less time in the pocket. Now, that's not going to save you if you're going against a good defense as well. But, I mean, it's going to give you at least a lot more time. Whereby if you have time in the pocket, you should be able to find someone open as well. So that's one thing I really considered on that endpoint. Now, on the flip side, I've also nerfed cornerbacks. So cornerbacks in this roster are considerably nerfed. for the most part. So you might notice in your roster, like maybe your special, like your favorite team, that the cornerbacks are kind of in the like 80s to 70s range for a lot of the cornerbacks. And I've done that on purpose because, again, coverage in Backbreaker, especially pre-patch, well, even post-patch, is really good. Like the defense is just pretty fast, and you don't see a ton of separation, especially in man coverage. Like they're just kind of on them like glue, which that's kind of like one of the faults of the game. But so to kind of counter-correct that, I made the wide receivers really fast and the cornerbacks a lot slower, so they can't really just straight up like stick to a guy like glue and just be on them like white on rice. Like you're actually gonna see a bit more separation, hopefully, when you're playing. That's a lot more noticeable. And also this helps out the AI too, so they're not throwing like 1,000 picks. In addition to that, the focus overall for the cornerbacks, my goal is to make it a lot lower, and this is to help the AI not get picks every single time. So you'll notice that there'll be a lot of more dropped interceptions, which is good because I don't know about y'all if you play pre-patch Backbreaker. Some of the cornerbacks are better are better at catching the ball than wide receivers, which should not be the case. Like the ball is not intended for you. Shouldn't be able to catch it as well. It's like a little inside joke, of course. Like DBs have DBs were wide receivers that couldn't catch. Pretty much, they end up being DBs. So I mean, ideally they should have a lot less focus. Now, if you have a star wide receiver, not wide receiver, star a cornerback on the team. I almost got it. If you have a star cornerback on the team, there's still going to be a shutdown corner. So if you have like, I'm trying to think of like Stingley, like on the Texans, for example, like he's going to be still pretty good. Like he's not going to be like terrible, but just know that if you have a star cornerback, they're not going to be like, unless they're like in the top upper class, A class per se, they're not going to have like some insane like ratings. And that's because I just don't want 1,000 interceptions from the team. I want there to actually be drops so that the team can still get a drive, especially on the AI side as well. So that's like one of the major changes. But hey, let me know your thoughts on the changes, so forth. Notice that the jerseys here for the LA Rams, I made it a lot more gold. Before it was like more yellowish, and I kind of made the blue a lot more darker blue to kind of resemble their actual unis in real life. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, beautiful pass. That's pretty much it for me, y'all. So I'm going to let the gameplay ride and rock out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do this on my free time as well. It does take a lot of time to do. So yeah, just hit that like button. Show your love and appreciation if you want to, if you so dearly want to. And then also check out the Backbreaker Reddit. We'll be making updates on there as well. Touchdown. Look at that. Fantastic. Kyrene Williams. So touchdown. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. I've been talking too much, man. I gotta get out of here, man. Gotta get out of here. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace. Backbreaker NFL, only in Backbreaker.
Josh on a fucking beat.